sorry-ass DJ.
Get some.
Many spend their days passively searching for something interesting to do. Others dig in and find it. While nothing is certain, anything is possible. And the anticipation leads you into action. Because it's here that adventures begin. Stories are unearthed. Secrets are revealed. Fortunes are found. Mysteries are solved. And the past is brought to life. Nothing valued is ever lost. It's simply waiting to be discovered. So here's the question. What are you looking for?
It's Thursday, it's 8 o'clock, and it's the Big Detecting Show. Hi.
Hello, dear.
How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, good, thank you. Looking forward to our guest tonight.
As ever. And breaking news to do with our guest. I'm just seeing her face react in the background. She'll be like that. Oh, what's he going on about? You see, I've got one up on her already. How are you?
Ooh. All right. Now, this stressed me out a bit this week.
What? The Rodney Cook Memorial weekend, the tickets going on sale, and the fucking arseholes within. Not within RCM. Just the
more
mental
importantly,
attacks by bomb pots.
Let's focus on the positives.
Sorry for swearing.
Those who don't know, this is for cancer charity, and it makes a lot of money. I think in total, the
cancer charity, which all of the same people will be thinking about Dave from the Hairy Bikers tonight.
Yes, more importantly.
No, more importantly, but they'll be mourning his death. But this event is to raise money for cancer charities.
And in the last however many years, it's nearly £500,000 from people in our fantastic hobby of metal detecting. So let's focus on the positives. It's such a good event that there were 2 batches of tickets. The first batch sold out in less than half an hour, I think, on the Monday. The second batch went out on the Tuesday to general public. I think that sold out in 15 minutes. So it's over 1,000 people buying tickets. It is the Glastonbury of metal detecting. And those who didn't get a ticket, I'm sorry, because it's getting popular every single year.
Every single person who complained about not getting tickets and not getting the email were all issued the same information. Check your spam, check everything.
The problem is it's an event that only happens once. There's the no frills weekender. But the problem is when you get only 1 or 2 emails from someone a year, Google, Hotmail especially, AOL, Yahoo, they look at it and think, oh, you don't often talk to that person. I'll chuck that in spam. So always check your spam for ticketing events. But the click rate was about 80% for the emails. So there were a few people who complained and said, oh, I only check my emails at 8 o'clock at night every day. Well, I'm sorry, but Rodney Cook was 24 hours. But anyway, more importantly, it's sold out, and that is bad for some, but really good for others.
Yeah.
And more importantly, it's raising a lot of money for cancer.
And already, and it's only February, you wouldn't believe the amount of messages I've had off Adrian, who's stupidly excited about it already.
Yeah.
And can I also say...
It gets better every year. It gets better every year.
Got my Sting T-shirt on because Sting retires this weekend. No, not the Police lead singer, Adrian. The proper Sting.
That's what I thought.
The proper Sting. Derek Gibbon will know what I'm on about.
But those who didn't get tickets, I'll just quickly say this. Those who didn't get tickets for the RCM, go to the website, rodneycookmemorial.co.uk, click on the events page, and there's an area there you can register if and when they become available for people cancelling, or more importantly, if Rodney Cook release more tickets, which they might, I don't know, but they might. So register. But I just got to say, more importantly, Andrew T, who's watching in Canada, who managed to get a ticket, sent me a lovely email.
Coming all the way from Canada?
Yeah, he is. And he sent me a lovely email, Andrew. One, he was so chuffed that the system didn't crash, touch wood. People got the odd message saying tickets reserved, but that was towards the end where people put them in their basket and didn't check out because they hadn't been paid or whatever. But Andrew T is in Canada. Oh, here he is in the chat. He's excited. He was in front of his computer at 4 o'clock in the morning in Canada. Andrew, come and see me and Dave, and love to meet you. But he's flying from Canada to bloody England to come to RCM. And we've got France, we've got Australia, we've got America. It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's so good that everyone's supporting it. And hopefully, if there is more tickets or people cancelling, other people can come on board as well. Hello, Gary.
I
He's in
would
the
like
chat.
to wish Nick West from the Military Heritage Museum and Metal Detecting War Relics get well soon. He's in hospital with a detached retina. Looking on the bright side, he won't be able to see me. And I'd also like to wish a guest well soon to
Gareth Sims. Hi, Gareth.
someone else. Jim Painting. He's just settled down for his second pint of gin and tonic. Get well soon.
Well,
Donna Martin's going out to buy a new tent for the RCM.
John Nicholson, how long did it take for them to sell out? Well, Monday was half an hour. Tuesday, I think, was 15 minutes. So there were actually 500 people on the website at 5 to 9 waiting, just refreshing. It's like Glastonbury. It's crazy. And hats off to Mr. Cook and all the people who were originally involved in it. Trowbridge Metal Detecting Club, who Gary was or is a member of. Check out their website, actually, TDMC.
And hats off to you, Adrian, for
Why?
getting the ticketing system bob on.
Thank you, David. Well, it didn't crash, whereas last year it did. This year it didn't crash. So the system, I think, worked for some.
Shall we bring tonight's guest on?
Um,
Fluff your
bring
hair,
him-
Dawn. Fluff your hair. She's fluffing her hair. She's nearly ready. And action.
Oh.
yeah, right. You're not ready.
Good evening, Dawn. How are you this evening?
I'm fantastic, Dave, and thanks for inviting me on. Although, you know,
Whoa.
a bit
Go on.
last minute, and I think I was a bit of a stand-in, you know.
It wasn't last minute at all.
No.
So Dave done the thing where he forgot to organise any guests again and thought to himself last night, I know Dawn said she can come on at short notice. I'll ask Dawn. And I give you over 24 hours notice. And when did you read it, Dawn?
This morning.
There you go.
Bang on.
Well, thanks for coming on. It, you know, it is short notice and I do appreciate it. But you did tell me that.
Yeah, anyway, thank you very much. I'm a little bit tired.
That'll be the Jägermeister, obviously.
No, I've not actually drank any. What I've done is I've put it there.
Oh, right.
No, I've put it there with a little glass, and I thought if I'm feeling a bit nervous, because I do get shy, I thought if I feel a bit nervous, I'll put one of them. Next minute,
oh my God, this is going to end up in a right mess, isn't it?
Are you drinking that neat, Dawn?
It's Jägermeister. You have it neat in a shot.
I sometimes have it in a pint, but like in the glass.
I don't know. That's the
You
first
never had a Jaeger bomb?
I've had in my life.
You never had a Jaeger bomb?
No.
Pints of lager, drop that in it, down it.
No, I couldn't drink a pint of lager.
Red Bull and vodka keeps you going
No.
all night. It's not Red
Just
Bull
a
and
little
vodka.
glass will do.
Jägermeister and Red Bull.
Dawn,
Anyway.
why don't you down that now? Because you seem really nervous.
You do seem very nervous.
No.
Let's start the show as we want you to carry on.
It's
You
an
didn't-
emergency Jägermeister, that, or whatever it's called.
You downed that can of Stella I brought you at Detectival quite quick, even though it's like 40 degrees heat.
It was hot. That was really hot, that, weren't it? Detectable. That was proper.
Yeah.
I spent most of it because I had to take Diggy with me because I didn't have a doggy minder for that weekend. And I took him to Detectival thinking it would be all right. And it was like the hottest day of the entire year. And he had to spend most of it sat in the car with the air conditioning on, so he wasn't too hot.
That was really hot. I remember.
It was hot. It was. And,
Yeah.
it was so hot that you actually had,
There
people
it is.
walking the dog for you.
I've not seen that picture before. Can you send it me?
Certainly.
It's £4. Yeah. No, that's Dawn. That's when you said I'll only be 5 minutes, and about 2 hours later you came back. The poor Diggy, he was like very confused. But yeah, that was on the Sunday, I think. Actually.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. What machine have I got? I've got Daz too there. Yeah, it was on the Sunday. But yeah, that was really hot. But it was lovely because me and Chris Langston, sat there and you chatting, and it was nice because everyone was out detecting, and we sat in the marquee area, didn't we? And we had a nice little catch up. It was quite nice.
Wasn't it? Yeah, it was, Adrian. It was lovely.
Yeah,
Is that when I was looking for you everywhere?
Yeah, well, we was hiding from you, Dave. Oh no, sorry.
Why is he?
I had to ring you up to come and meet someone.
Yeah. I was just looking at in the chat. Jim painting. Everyone loves Dawn.
Oh, Jim, I wish that was true. No, there's a little certain select few that don't love me, but we don't think about those, do we? We only think about the nice people.
Yeah, we do. Think of the positives. Don and Martin.
I've got most of them in my block list anyway. I mean, I've got quite a big callus on my thumb, you know, where if they've, you know, say anything, boom, block.
I think
I've got Jägermeister, and I'll get people to do a karaoke list for you.
Well, do you know what? When I went to Holland, I went metal detecting in Holland to the Quister Rally. If you remember, we went there. And around that time, I had a really bad cough. I don't know if you remember. But I had a really bad cough. I got COVID in September. And then I was coughing really bad. And I had to go for chest x-rays and everything. And it was awful. It was for months. I mean, I still cough now when I laugh. But this lovely guy in Holland had seen me coughing. And he brought me this stuff. And he said it was called Scrobbelar, I think it was called. It was Dutch.
What, the old Liverpool goalie?
Yeah.
Scrobbelar.
And it was like that. But and he said it had 26 herbs in it to stop you coughing, you see. So I brought it back from Holland. And one night I was coughing. I thought, I wonder if that stuff works. So I had a little sip of it. Well, a little shot. And I thought, oh, that's nice. Next minute, I had a few more. 6 songs in a row on Facebook I did. Banging them out one after the other. 6. Drank the whole bottle. Oh, gosh.
Really?
Yeah. And I've not drank since then. And that was like about October, I think.
And that'll be why.
But
year before, it was all down to the bloody, what was it called, Adrian? Sanitizer. This year.
Yeah, you've never got over that, Dave.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. But Jägermeister is good for coughs or colds, I think.
So if you're feeling a bit coffee and coldy now, Dawn, just, you know.
That's it, medicine.
Go on, Dawn.
Go on, Dawn.
No,
Go on, Dawn.
No.
Peer pressure, Dawn.
I don't think she drinks it. I think it's there for show.
Yeah,
sponsorship.
She's trying to
I
look
reckon
hard.
she's sponsored.
Look, I know what you're going to. You're doing the psychological reverse pro thing all now.
Don't do
it.
Don't just leave it. Don't drink it. Tip it away.
Don't drink it.
Don't drink it, Dawn.
Don't drink it, Dawn.
Dawn, you just
don't. You won't be able to drink that, Dawn.
Dawn, you just.
It'll make
she'll be on her back in a minute. She'll be on her back. Legs akimbo.
Hey.
Right, will you show up now? Oh gosh.
And again, it's lovely though, isn't it? It's like medicine, but alcoholic. Nice, kind of. It's lovely.
It's warmed me up anyway.
I can taste it now.
Now I know the other thing what you're trying to do, because as well as getting me on because you had nobody else to ask, you thought, let's get her on because she knows something about Garrett.
Actually, I didn't think to that.
I bet you were sat there with Dave going,
right.
let's get Dawn on because she'll know something.
Adrian didn't know until this afternoon.
Turn into a blabbermouth, eh?
Adrian didn't know until this afternoon.
No, I didn't. But I did know, I didn't know, but I had a inkling that Garrett were working on something in the background. I think last time you came on, when you were just come back from the States and you'd gone around the factory, I said, Dawn, did you see anything? No. And they've got to be working on something, and they are.
Yeah, but that factory's that big. You can't. It's not just like a little thing. It's huge because they do all the, the security for the airports and things like that as well.
Yeah,
it's not just, we think of just a little metal detecting thing. It's not. That's really a Garrett sideline when you look at all the security things that they do.
Yeah, massive on security.
Yeah.
But they were working on something, Dawn, weren't they?
Well, you think everybody. I have so many messages of people saying, "Dawn, is there a storm coming? Is there a storm?" And they think I've got some inside information. And again, when we was in Holland, which was last October, that was the last time I was with the main Garrett people, Steve Moore and Henry. and that who they are the people that do all the developing, and proper applied thumb screws we did. Do you know Iron Mike that does a lot of the World War II digging? He's Dutch, really nice guy. Well, me and him, right, we went on a mission to ply Steve Moore with Bay. I was going to apply the thumb screws to get information, right? Won't crack. Would not crack. And he said it's because if they tell us, there's a little chance then that we might tell our friend, and our friend then might be on, screenshotting, and and then it's all ruined, isn't it? So they don't put us under that pressure. So they keep everything to their heart.
I'd have threatened him with a dead arm. Don't need to told you that.
No, we did. We threatened it. We tried it with Henry, and we tried it with Steve. And we did our best to get them drunk and everything, so they'd go be a bit blabbery.
Did you try a Chinese burn? Because that normally works.
Yeah, it would.
Did you try aftershock? Aftershock's always good as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know anything. I mean, I'm just surmising and hoping. I suppose, like a lot of people out there, are what they're. I mean, we've all had our input in what we think it should be like, but whether they take any notice of us is another thing.
What do people think in the chat?
Well, we got one. Chris Holmes thinks it's going to be an AT Max 2 multi-frequency. What ideas have other people got about what the Storm's going to be?
Yeah, what do they think? It is definitely going to be coming out this year. I knew that. I knew last year that there was one in production that was, in development that was coming through.
What colour is it?
I don't know, Dave.
Camo.
Yellow.
I don't know. I honestly don't know a thing. I know as much as you, probably smidging more, but not anything that's juicy and gossip that anybody would be interested in.
I think Adrian would, because he's like that.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a beefy Apex. I think it's going to.
The general consensus is an Apex Max multi-frequency.
Yeah,
80
I think
Apex,
that, and I hope it is.
Apex.
It's going to be.
Yeah. I mean, when I've said, what do I say to people when they're asking me about this new machine? I've been told to just say that I don't know. Yeah, there will be one out in 2024, but I don't know the price point, and I don't know anything about it. That's my news. So you've wasted your show getting me on now, haven't you?
I think it'd be lovely.
Thanks, everyone. Good night.
I think it'd be lovely if someone in the chat said something, but if they had a Bluetooth pinpointer with it as well, that would be really, really good. But that might be pushing the boat out.
A Bluetooth pinpointer? What do you mean? Like a wireless one?
Yeah, so like the XP,
like the Apex,
like the MI6.
Yeah,
so
the Apex does that.
You turn your pinpointer on.
Yeah, it's wireless.
Yeah, but without all the stuff, without any wireless kit.
Can I just say you've turned into me there, Adrian, by explaining yourself. You've turned into me with Adrian, all the stuff.
The Apex is built-in wireless, so when you switch the Apex on, everything is wireless. The headphones, the pinpointer, everything is wireless.
But do you not need a module to go with that?
No.
Oh, I thought you did. Well,
no.
Well, Garrett needs
on the
AT
Max. Yeah, on the AT Max and the Apex, you don't need any sort of module. It's built in. It's only on the Aces that if you're getting an Ace 250, 300, 400i, those are the ones that need the little.
When I had my Apex, I didn't try that out.
Terry Reid says the Apex does the Z-Link headset. It's wireless.
Yeah. Why do you think I make them buzz noises in my videos now?
Yeah, the
vibrator.
Why do I go? That's because it's in my headphones. And when I first got the wireless pinpointer, which is fantastic, I love it in my headphones. To be honest, it sounds better.
Clearer, more crisp.
Well, it's not that it's clearer; it's just not as like a pinpointer.
Wayne Dolman, his son Rio, has got an AT Max, and that's also wireless. Yeah,
I told you the AT Max. I'm not sure about the AT Gold because I'm not having one, but definitely the AT Max and the Apex it's all built in.
Jim Barnes says Zerlink!
Low latency. Low
No
latency.
shouting, James.
Well, it's very good. There's no lag on it. You remember in the old days when you used to have Bluetooth wireless and there was always loads of lag on them? Even half an hour later, we walked past it.
Andrew T says the carrot is hard to beat. Oh, I've beat it, I think. Carry on.
Yeah, but the thing is, Dave says that, but Garrett Pinpointer has been number one for Christ. I can't think how many, 8 years?
Because they had the black one first, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, you think
I've got the black one, the orange one, and the Nocta one.
I think Garrett. I think it's 98. I might be wrong. 1998, the first Pinpointer came out from Garrett. That's a long time. I'm sure it's 90. It might be 2001. I might be wrong, but it's proven. It's proven, and a lot of people have still got them to this day. I mean, we've got the new Nocta ones and XP ones coming out, but Garrett Pinpointers, they're your sort of, I don't know, the Audi of pinpointers, aren't they? They're just reliable.
Yeah, they are reliable, aren't they? They are very
They're
reliable.
not cheap, but they're reliable.
Oh, no.
And,
Well,
and there's the way I look at it, if you look on Wish or Temu, Google Pinpointer or metal detecting target ID thing, 99% copy the Garrett. So there's it's almost
that's
it's
almost
like
to do a complete knockoff, aren't they, of them?
Yeah, but there's a reason they're doing that because
yeah.
a good I haven't seen any other brand. I think the Fisher I've seen copied. That's probably because it's made out there anyway. But yeah,
there's a lot of pinpointer snobbery going on in the chat room now.
Oh yeah. Do you know?
Listen, I've used both.
My car's better than your car.
The Garrett is bob on, but for me, I prefer the Nocta. I think that's bob on too. It's each to their own, but it's my personal favourite.
I mean, I'm of the caliber. If it's not broke, don't change it. As you know. You know, if I get something I like, I just stick with it. I don't have that problem of the grass is greener on the other side. I always like to learn what I've got to its maximum, and then I'm happy then, quite like that.
I like the way the Garrett's orange, or one of the. You want a pinpointer that's a bright colour.
Oh yeah.
Your basic Garrett, because
when I had one of them black ones. Every hunt that I went on, I used to have to spend the last 15 minutes looking for it because I'd left it in a bush somewhere or in some weeds or something, and I could never.
Sorry, you left it in a bush.
You know what I mean? When you're looking under a bush or something, and,
not having a
you couldn't see it when it was black. It was awful. I'll tell you another funny story about the black pinpointer as well.
Your car. Getting balloted.
Oh yeah, I've told you already.
But other people don't know the story.
Do they not? Well, yeah, I had this black pinpointer, the old one, and then I got the orange carrot came out, and I got the new one, and I couldn't find the black one, and I thought, that's a bit strange. I don't know where it's gone, but I was using the new carrot anyway, so it didn't matter. Anyway, I was selling my car, and I took it to a valet guy so he could valet it, so it was clean for when I sold it. And when I went to pick it up, he says, I've cleaned everything. He said, but I found a couple of things in your car you might want. I went, right, like what? And he held it up like that with pinpointer. It buzzed.
Dog in dawn.
I can't even believe it. He really thought it was not a pinpointer, something buzzing. And or a look on his face, but I mean, he did give it me back.
I love that
funny
story.
That was. I do. Anyway, for what I would like on this new Garrett, but I have to say again, very, very clearly that this is just my own imagination, and there's nothing I'm saying.
There's no end to your imagination
or factual. Yeah. Have I made that clear, Dave?
Yes.
What you've seen on the internet, Dawn said.
Hold on, let me just record this and put it on Facebook. Sorry, go on.
I would like, if it was me, I would like it to be an 80 Apexy type machine. So I could use it, because the Axiom that came out, this is me just guessing, the Axiom came out at the similar sort of housing to the Apex. It was a different colour, had a different stem, it had a carbon fibre stem, which was a straight shaft as well. They took the S bend out of it. So it was a, Dave, will you stop it? So a collapsible.
Shaft.
And then, so that's the big thing for me. I would really like a change of stem.
Shaft.
Stem? Who says stem?
Who says stem? What's wrong with me saying stem?
Shaft.
It's not. It says it. It's the people say to me, "Where's my target? Where's my target?" When I'm pinpointing, I'll say it's under the bottom of the stem.
Shaft.
Well, there you go. Well, you know me. I don't ever say anything right, do I?
You've already said shaft. You started it.
Have I? The Jaeger Master's kicking in.
Dawn, this storm that's coming.
Mm-hmm.
When you get one, will you come on the show and show us it?
I will. I think there might be a little bit of a queue. I'm already getting booked up lots for Storm Week.
This is where I now do the reveal that we spoke about at the start of the show. Right. So Dawn contacted me and she suggested that if I or Adrian aren't available to do the show and we need a co-host, Dawn would like to take the place. So Dawn is now officially the third co-host of the show. Mr. Holcroft.
That's fantastic.
Hey. Yeah, I mean, not even desperate. Not every week. But if you're desperate,
not every week,
or something, or Adrian's drunk too much lager, and he's
it's weekly then.
No. Well, it's funny you should say that. I went to the brewery tonight and had a few drinks, not a lot, but there are some nights, like my housing manager this year she's 50, so there will be some weekends I'm away or Thursday nights. Yeah. So if Dawn could step in, thank you, Dawn. Much appreciated.
And you know what else I've done? I bought a green screen today. Well, I got it off Amazon, like a little green curtain.
Yeah.
And I put it behind me here. And then I put my logo on it on a video. It looked great. It did. I was like, because I've been like, I'm not very good with technical things. And I've wanted a green screen for about 6 years. And I just didn't know how to do it. I'm not moved on to being able to do, like you two have both got it there now. Why have I not got it?
No, Dawn, we're in the studio in London. Dawn. I'm in London. Dave's in Manchester studio.
Oh, proper studio. No,
we're utilising the BBC studios this week.
I'm so pleased, Dawn, from the bottom of my heart that you've come to join us. That is really good. Because you are a lovely person. People see you on YouTube, jolly and mucking about and stuff. I'm fortunate enough to sat down with you, had a beer, had a chat, put the world to rights, and I can genuinely say you are a normal, nice person. So,
I'm not so sure about the normal, but yeah, I'll go with the nice.
No, you are. You are in the detecting community. So you talk the same subjects that 99.9% of us in the hobby talk about. I won't go into them, and
you also get, for the first time, probably, to ask the questions that interest you. Yeah. Because it's usually people like us, pair of imbeciles, asking you the question.
Yeah.
So instead, you get to do it, which will be totally different.
The only thing that I worry about a little bit is, like, in terms of interviewee type things, my favourite person is Mrs. Merton.
When she did Miss Bernard Manning, that was one of the best things
she picked on him, didn't she?
Yeah, proper hardcore that was, because he's renowned, isn't he, for being funny for the wrong thing. But even though we all laugh at it, but she was quite clever. Something
horrible. I was born next door to Bernard Manning's club. Yep. The next street to Bernard Manning's club.
Mrs. Sadler's mum and dad were big mates with him. Had loads of photos with him, and used to go there all the time. And he used to come to their pub in
the Embassy
near
Club.
Congleton. Yeah,
the Embassy Club. Yeah, I was born in the street right next door to that.
In the street?
No, I wasn't born in
Adrian,
the street.
that's
Was
why
it?
she's like she is.
Oh, right. Hit a curb.
It was an
curb when
off-villa
she came
type
out.
thing, but they're in the street next door.
That's interesting. Oh, for a southerner, anyway.
It's not,
but
really, it's not really something you need to brag about. I don't often tell a lot of
Snake Raps, I've forgotten your name. He spoke
Aunt
with
Blakey.
Dawn, and he can't understand my accent. She can't understand my accent, so he's probably from.
Who's that?
It's probably it, be
Snake
black
Raps.
and airy and IBs and phrase about.
Snake Warren. So much she can't understand my accent.
It's Aunt Blakey.
It's what?
Aunt Blakey.
Oh, I don't. Do I know him?
Yes.
Oh.
He's not on your band list.
All right, good. Oh, do you know what? I had to, there was a little bit of controversy today. It's not metal detecting related, but I just wanted to say it. Do you know that there's been a big uproar about elections in Rochdale? Have you seen it on the news?
Very much so.
So it was the big day, the vote today. So I trotted off to the little voting station and that. And when I got there, there was only me there. It wasn't a big turnout. I was just on my own. But anyway, they gave me my thing and I went to the thing. And the only thing I had to mark on the paper was a pencil. So I thought to myself, well, I've got a pencil.
That could be rubbed out.
Scraped it on dead hard like that. And then I went to them and I said, why have I only got a pencil? I said, I work in quality of education. I said, and if a learner had tried to do a GCSE or something in pencil, it couldn't be authenticated because the teacher could rub it out and change it.
Yeah.
So they looked it up. They stood there and they started looking up why you can't use a pen. And they went, oh, you can use a pen. I said, well, why aren't you going to give everybody the option then to use a pen? So she said, well, the thing is, she said, the reason we don't really want to use pens is because that if one broke and it got a smudge on someone's finger and that went over a different box, that vote wouldn't be valid. And I thought, what a load of shite.
Yeah.
I went, okay then, bye. But I mean, I got no answer, and I was like, my eyebrows was going up and down like that.
As you know, because you met them, Dawn's auntie and cousin are Rochdale Borough Council, so I'll mention that to them.
Yeah, will you? Because I think that was wrong.
Yeah, 100%.
You've got to go with ID, and you've got to go with this now, and you've got to give blood and all that, before they'll give you your paper. Then you do it in pencil.
Do you know what? This is actually a good segue. Adrian, do you know how me and Dawn actually met?
Was it in the local swimming pool?
No. That's not that story. That's the second time.
And it wasn't in the 1920s either.
Dawn's auntie, Dawn's auntie was the mayor of
Oh.
Rochdale, and she asked, could I run some events, some metal detecting events to raise money for the mayor's charity? So the first ever rally that I organised was in Rochdale. For obviously all the mayor team was there, and Dawn phoned me up and asked could she come along, and we've been buddies ever since.
We have for that. You know how long that is now, Dave? Nearly 9 years ago.
Is it 9? Bloody hell, there's some time in it.
9 years ago, yeah.
So I'm
Dawn,
actually one of the first people that Dawn knew in the hobby, oddly.
You are actually, yeah. You are
Oh,
one of the
dear.
first
And
people.
she still speaks to me, Adrian, as well.
Yeah, I was just about to say the only one. No. You're very lucky to know him, Dawn.
I'm
Dawn,
very
out of
lucky
interest.
to know everybody all the followers and everything that I have on YouTube and Facebook and that. I'm very lucky to know all of them. And they're all so kind. I mean, Steve Shepherd, who's in the chat now, is there. He lives in Canada. He's a really nice guy.
Oh, I thought he was a shepherd called Steve. I thought it was Steve
No.
the shepherd.
No, he's Steve from
Oh.
Canada.
Does he have any sheep?
Anyway, he sent me a lovely hat with some sock made out of socks sort of thing. So it looks like some sort of bunny ears. And some actual two pair of actual Canadian socks. And I'll tell you what, I've had them socks on this week. They're so
He
warm.
sent you a hat made out of socks.
Well, it's
No,
a
sock hat.
sock
It's like
hat.
Yeah,
So you
sorry.
could it's just got two socks that stick out at the top. It's Dave, you
It's
won't
made
understand.
with socks.
It might be trendy in Canada, we don't know. But anyway, I like it. And you
What,
can
you're
take
wearing
it
a
inside
hat
out
made of
and put
somebody's
it on,
sock?
and it's like red tartan. And then the socks just sort of hang down near your ears, to stop that wind chill.
So is it like
They sound
a
bad.
3-year-old's pair of woolen tights?
No, they're like proper socks, but you can't put them on because they're
No,
sewed
but
up at the top.
You can't,
Like-
can you? Because you can't put a hat on your feet. That'd be
See,
weird.
Steve, what I have to put up with. You send me a lovely present, and then these two come along.
Steve,
Well-
can I have a hat made of socks?
Is it,
Just for
what's
shits
it
and
made
giggles.
out of, Dawn? Is it like wool or?
Yeah, it's a proper woolly knitted hat, and it has like a big. I think it's pook or something it has on it.
Who?
P-O-O-K.
Who?
Pook. P-O-O-K.
Puke?
Pook. Pook off, Dave.
Okay.
Dawn, I
I'm
think
there.
I think it's time for another drink, or at least fill it up. Fill it up. You don't have to drink it. I think
Come
you
on,
should
Dawn.
top it up.
Top up the Jägermeister.
You're
Jaeger.
just too bad to me. I'll have a little half of one.
No, you can't
A
have half.
little
You have to
half.
have all
I'm
one.
eating. I've been on a diet because this
Oh,
year.
right. So cough medicine is going to make you bloody not diet.
Why are you on a diet, Dawn? You're not fat.
I am. I'm too fat and chubby.
Yeah, that's why I don't drink Jägermeister too.
No, Dave doesn't. Yeah, I don't drink any alcohol.
I got a feeling a couple of weeks. Well, it was about the beginning of
Look at
January.
you.
And I thought to myself, this year is going to be fantastic. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know anything, but I know that I'll probably find a hoard. I'll probably find a couple of gold coins.
Or
Right?
get a
The
sock
new
hat.
machines coming from Garrett. That's going to be great as well. I just feel full of absolute optimism. It's like a weird feeling, really.
That's the
because it's so
Jägermeister.
strong.
Warm inside.
Don't, because otherwise I'll forget what I'm saying. I'll sit here laughing. And then I'll wake up in the morning, I'll think, oh God, I'm not watching that. And then I'll just go into hiding for 2 days. That's what usually happens.
Or you could get really drunk
Hey!
and just make up a load of rubbish about the new Garrett machine and don't worry about it. So it's got a double head coil. It's got air flotation device.
It's got a double search coil on it.
Yeah,
And the screen doesn't have numbers now, it has an X-ray. So when you go over it with the double coil, because of the shape, it's like in a heart shape sort of thing.
This is a true story because Dawn's
Yeah,
telling
this
me.
is everyone.
This is
It's got a heart-shaped coil. So when you go over it, instead of looking at VDI numbers like you usually do, this one's got an X-ray imager on the screen. So when you go over it, you can clearly see ring pulls.
Dr. Otek like that now, aren't they?
It's got
Copyright
a
it quick.
GPS on it as well, and like a little computer embedded in it. So when you press the button, what it does, it automatically logs where you are, so that you know exactly the location of where you found it in case you need to record your stuff with the PAS. Yeah, it's got a new NASA invented carbon fiber stem, which is half the weight of normal carbon.
Nick West, could you send Dawn some Calvados, please? I would appreciate it. Me and Adrian will pay for it.
Dave, I like the way you said Dr. Otek will use Dawn's heart thing as a sort of Chinese metal detector that it's got a glowing heart, and the bigger the heart, the bigger the find.
And the better the find, the more pulse from the heart.
Yeah. They're watching this now, and they're getting it translated tomorrow. And this time next week,
getting it translated. The factories in China will be all getting new molds, won't they?
Yeah,
having a heart-shaped coil.
On Temu this time next week will be the Storm, not the Storm, the Storm, and it will have 2 coils. It will have 4 arm pieces, so 2 people can detect at the same time.
Oh yeah, so it's family friendly because Garrett are a very family friendly company.
So with Dr. Otek.
So we shouldn't mock them because we could get in legal trouble here. I doubt it, but because by the time they translated it, but
I could get in trouble with anybody, me.
yeah.
Nick West asks, are you coming to the RCM, Dawn?
I certainly am.
He'll
My
bring you some
favourite rally
Calvados.
of the year, yeah. So I'm lucky enough that I've got tickets for RCM. Yes.
Nick will bring
There
you
you
some
are, then.
Calvados on us.
You haven't got tickets. You haven't got tickets.
Who?
You haven't got tickets for RCM.
No, well, I haven't
Me?
got a physical ticket, but I mean, I'm going.
Yeah, I'm doing them, and I haven't sent you one yet.
Oh no, because how you doing about?
I was looking, huh?
I haven't physically got one.
No, I took you off the mailing list. I said to Dave, after last year, all your drunken behaviour and all that, I said take her off. So, no, Dawn will be there. All the people you want to meet will be there, and I think Dawn last year,
KG, Ringy, Aquachigger.
yeah, they are.
Chris
KG and
Langston.
Ringy came on the show, didn't they? What, the other month, Dave?
Yeah.
Funny, aren't they?
And honestly, I think I said it on the show. As for Americans, like us English, we think Americans are like hyper and all that, and they are a bit because they're really excited. But Dave, weren't they lovely blokes on the show? They
The
were
lovely-
so nice.
I met them in 2018 for the first time, and I've got so much time for them. I could
Yeah.
sit all day with them.
Do you
They're
know
really
what?
nice blokes.
I think they've spent that much time in Europe and around the world. They've been lucky
Yeah.
enough to go all the way around the world. They're always in England. They love England, don't they? And they are quite British. And I don't know whether Tim or Ringy, I mean, he speaks fluent German. So he lives in Germany in that.
German, isn't she?
Eh?
His wife's German.
No,
I
Carlotta, no.
was just making
No,
that
no,
up. though.
she's from
Testing.
Arizona, I think. Sorry, Carol.
Arizona, Germany.
Wrong. But yeah, but so
Do you know, Adrian's actually got a doctorate in German language and studies.
Yeah, but that was years ago. Yeah, but that was like 14 years ago. That was so.
can you
Yeah,
speak really fluent German then?
yeah, schnell, sprechen Sie Deutsch? Yeah.
Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch.
I think I know what that means, Dawn. Yes, I do.
Try it. I speak
You
a
just-
little German.
You just asked me what's the largest Savoy I sell. For those who don't speak German, so I'm a bit worried why you learned that, but yeah, I forgot that I did.
Well,
Quite
but yeah,
fluent
he
German.
speaks fluent German because it's funny sometimes. And if we're in Holland or somewhere or other like that, and they'll come up and he just goes off on one, and he's as fluent as they are.
Adrian was just like that in the Magic Teapot. He went fluent German.
I spoke about 18 languages in the Magic Teapot.
Yeah.
Talking of Detectival, actually, the Magic Teapot. Those who didn't go to Detectival last year, there was a strange wooden building selling. Well, it was free tea and coffee all day if you bought a cup. It was lovely, but we haven't heard about Detectival this year. They still haven't announced any dates.
No, put any dates. And I think that's something.
No.
I think that's a bad thing. That because if you last out and.
Well, I think also because of that, a lot of people said, "Oh, I'll get Rodney Cook as well," and I think that's why Rodney Cook sold out so quick, because you originally had RCM or Detectival, and you might have chosen both or one or the other, and that might be why RCM sold out as quick this year. Because last time I looked, Detectival just on the homepage had register, so until we know any more, we don't know about that. So.
No.
Adrian, a few people have asked, is there an Adrian's Wall tonight?
Is there an Adrian's Wall? Yes, there is. And it's something which, no, there's no money involved. I was thinking about it, but there is an Adrian's Wall. Should we do it at 9 o'clock?
9 o'clock it is.
Do you know, I might do a prize. I shouldn't say that really, should I?
Definitely, if it's not coming from me.
I've got that. It's a
I'll charge you.
USB lighter.
Right.
Dawn was getting excited then. No, there isn't a prize. I was thinking of one. Oh, I tell you what,
I've got some new products today, Adrian.
Oh, Garrett Finders Keepers box.
The best one out there. Look at this.
I've got some new
double-sided.
Double-ended.
It's double-ended. Look at that.
And you know, I like the size of it as being very optimistic as well. You know.
Yeah.
My relationship with metal detecting too big.
I have got another Garrett box that's a bit smaller than that. They've done one that's a bit smaller than that, and I like the smaller one.
Is that the one that...
It might have been an American one, I'm not sure.
That, to me, I'm very fortunate when I go detecting. You can get a crotal bell in there.
Oh, can you? I mean, I never found one of those. I call them scrotal.
You don't have them up north, Dawn.
Dawn, have you found a fibula?
Yes. I found well, it was like, it wasn't a full one. But I found one last year. There was some guys that invited me to go on one of their fields with them, and they were like, they did some sort of archaeology as well. But they researched everywhere, and they asked me, "Oh, what have you got off fibula, Dave?"
Yeah, have you, Adrian? Have you, Adrian?
Have you got one, Adrian? Ah.
4 years ago, I found my last fibula. Since then, gold status, noble, gold noble, everything you can want to find. Dozens of crotal bells, Roman coins, hundreds of them, blinking fibulas. Just, I don't know what it is. I've used multiple machines. Bloody saddle bone keeps finding fibulas and bits of broken ones. I do find the odd bit of broken one, but I find everything. And I spoke to Gary Cook this week, and we think it's God's way of saying that gold one, fully gold, that belonged to, I've forgotten the name of him, Roman Emperor. Caesar's golden fibula was dropped in a field in Essex when he was having a poo or a shower. I'm going to find that one. So,
I've just picked that up inadvertently to find that fibula and realised it's full. I haven't emptied it. I don't even know what's in it.
Well, I must say though, is it? Oh, what's the band from Garrett? Is it George?
Who? Steve?
No, the man with the moustache.
Henry.
I always call him George. I don't know why. Henry gave me that from
Garrett.
It? Yeah, and that is my favourite finds box. This isn't mine. This is my son's that he got for Christmas because I got him it. But look at that, double-sided.
It is good, yeah, and it's got the little foam bit in as well on it, so you can keep it wet, because copper coins, when you dig them up, sometimes if you don't get them in the wet, they just corrode. Just fall out, don't they?
It's 12 buttons in there. 1, 2,
you can
3,
get loads in there.
12 buttons, 8 bullets, some other bits and bobs, and a Roman coin.
If you want to get
very few Roman coins. I've never found a Sestertius. I've had probably about 12 little grot things, but that's about it. And one beautiful silver Roman, obviously. But I've just got such a shortage of Roman in my cupboard. You know, my treasure cupboard.
I'll post you some.
Well, you could come. I want to find them myself. It's not a case of posting me some. I mean, Graham Dempsey, of Cleaning Pencil.
Who?
Graham Dempsey.
Never heard of him.
He sent me some because he ships Roman coins out to anybody that wants them to clean, doesn't he? So, you know, if you want some Roman coins to clean, if you contact Graham Dempsey, you can buy some off him. So I asked him, I said, will you send me some? And then what I'll do is one day when I've got nothing to do, I'll make a video and I'll clean it, because I've cleaned a little tiny Roman up once, and it went from nothing, where it just looked like it had a couple of lines on it, to being detailed to men. You could see all the details on the front and everything. And I cleaned that by, I didn't put any water on it when I found it, and I left it on a tea towel, just somewhere warm, so that because obviously you've got like 2,000 years worth of dirt on there. So I left it on a tea towel to keep it warm. And then once the dust had dried out, the thing on it naturally, Davey, put it away.
Monkey.
I got a toothbrush.
Monkey.
And Dave, am I boring you with me cleaning stories?
No, I found stuff and I'm looking what it is.
Anyway, I'm only joking.
Sorry,
so
Mom.
I've got the toothbrush and then I cut the end off it. So it was like at a bit of an angle. And then I got the thing and you'd have to have some sort of patience. Must have spent 20 minutes doing that. And I could just see dust just blowing off it, just a little bit. And I could see a picture emerging. And it probably took me 2 hours or something of dusting with the brush. But it was absolutely a minter after. And yet prior to that, I couldn't see anything on it at all.
No.
So he
Graham
sent some coins, and I was going to do the same with them on a video and show people how I did it.
Graham's got some special things coming up in the next week or so. I don't think I told you, Dave. So watch his website.
Graham, why have you told me?
I like his stuff. I'll tell you what I use a lot of. In fact, I've nearly run out of it again. Is he has some like a cleaning fluid. Have you seen it? It's like a fluid. And you can put coins in it. And what it actually does, it just takes the dirt off, but it doesn't affect the patina of the coins at all. Where you can put it in something that just wrecks them. It just takes the dirt off. And it's also fantastic for putting your
general silver, gold, bronze, and brass and more cleaner, and his silver coin cleaning solution.
Yeah, they're great then. Absolutely.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, cleaningpencil.com. Go to cleaningpencil.com or type it in TikTok or Instagram or MySpace or fax or whatever.
Good evening. There's 2 people I've seen in the chat I've never seen here before, I don't think. Hello to Gold Digger, and also to, sorry, it's gone up the page a little bit, Jersey History Hunter.
Oh, I know Jersey History Hunter.
And for those of you who are new to the show, as well as finding us on Facebook, just look us up on
Jersey History Hunter.
YouTube.
That's the lady that. She's a friend in America.
So find us on YouTube and subscribe to the Big Detecting Show.
Yeah, she's got a YouTube channel as well. Audra, she's called. Is that right, Audra?
Yeah.
Are you digging it? That's another YouTube channel.
Are you digging it? Seen him here before, I think. If not, hello, are you digging it? Metal Detecting.
Big Dicker Dawn fan, friend.
Audra.
Yes.
Hello, Audra. Greetings and salutations. We're here every week from 8 o'clock and we're well behaved and we're never rude.
I have a little sticker board at the back here when people have sent me stickers. And I've sort of layered them over. I can look at it and I can see the edges of about 1,000 stickers stuck on there. But Audra's is on there as well.
Oh, lovely.
I think you're just saying that because we can't see it, can we? So, we could be... it's all going off.
I've got all different people's stickers on there, you see. But I just layer them over as they come. It'll be under there somewhere. It's just that they get all like...
although more important ones go on top.
They just get covered, yeah. So, if another one comes in, that might go over there, you know what I mean? It'll...
What's anisole? Dave, shall we do the wall? See if Dawn can get this.
What did you say, Adrian?
Should we see if we could do the wall?
What wall? What wall? Adrian, all I could see was smoke coming out the side of your screen now.
Sorry, it's because the computerized technology systems that are boosting up Hadrian's Wall will... I don't know how to do this. This always happens.
Tell you what.
Right.
And don't forget, if you go to bigdetectingshow.com, you can get that as a ringtone.
Can you?
Yeah,
yes,
loads of people were asking, so Adrian had to put it on the website.
Chippy tune.
It had Can you? It had last time I looked about 111 downloads. So yeah,
Who made the tune? Did you write it, Adrian?
yeah, yeah. Right. Okay. Can you see the screen, Dave?
Yes, Adrian, we can see the screen.
Right. So we would like our guests to choose a number between 1 and 32.
Oh, I'll have number 15, please. What do you do in this game? I've not seen it before.
You've got to guess what's that catchphrase.
It's a naked person, and you have to guess it's a celebrity. Naked celebrity.
Fibula. I think it's a fibula.
13.
Now, this confused me.
That looks like a screw thread.
Yeah, it does. It does.
23.
Hey, it's my go.
Oh, all right.
I was going to pick 23 anyway, Dave, so we'll have that one. Oh, it looks like a bit of
We've got a gas tap, a fibula, an axe, or a dog up to now.
No.
Oh, I know what it is.
Could be a
It's a...
Don't you say. Don't you say. You're not allowed.
18, please, Adrian. Oh.
One of my favourite
An item that you've dug up?
I'm going to put my guess in the...
Oh, it's somebody's
my guess in the private chat, Adrian.
I can't see it, Dave, because I've gone big
Well,
screen.
I've put my answer in there.
What's that me?
28.
Knuckle duster, pot leg, brooch, buckle.
No.
What's Adrian's name? There it is. No, that's my daughter.
Number from the chat.
Hold on. Dawn,
said 21.
9.
Oh, Anne said 21 first. Oh.
No, Dave,
Hello.
it isn't that. It isn't
Hello,
that,
my
Dave.
daughter's dog. Purse bar.
No.
Oh, that's a good shout, a purse bar.
No.
20, my daughter says. She said Rommel is watching Grandad. That's her dog, Rommel. It's got a squashed face. Jaeger and Red Ball is the shot. Jay said Dawn's from Rochdale, not Wigan. And Adrian, you're a pisshead, apparently. That's what my daughter said. Number 11.
Do I have to write it in the chat?
Oh, I know what it is. Strap end, cross, Viking brooch, 4-way seal, axe head, toffee hammer, draw handle.
Who said 4-way seal?
Oh, lovely.
You got it. 4-way seal, Paul Tongue.
Oh, Paul. I'm only emailing him today.
What, the answer?
Yesterday. Yeah, 4-way.
I've never seen one of them.
Matrix. No. Yeah, and I think what throws people off the hook here is the screw bit in the middle. Straight away, you see that.
I thought screw threads were quite recent.
Yeah. So this is on the Portable Antiquities Scheme website.
Tell us about it, Adrian.
It's 17th century, and forearms radiate exquisite from a rectangular central block of. Well, I'll just waffle on. But if you want to look at that, go to the Portable Antiquities website.
I've just got to read out, Adrian, because I find it interesting. The 4 motifs on the dies are a dove holding a branch in its beak, a pelican in her piety, I thought that said pussy then, feeding her young on a nest, a double-headed spread eagle, and a heart over crossed arrows, blood drops above and below with a halo above.
Yes,
interesting, that.
It is, and I was quite excited.
Who did that? Did you just find that on the PES, or do you know who actually dug that up?
No, I'm really sad, and I go on the PAS website quite a lot because I look at what comes up. And those who are new to the hobby and don't know what's going on, type in Portable Antiquities Scheme on your browser, Go to the website, register.
Not
log
now,
on.
later.
No, not now, because it's shut. They shut at
It's shut between
9.
8 and 9:30 on a Thursday.
Yeah, and they're not open on Thursdays. And register, and if you're fortunate to find treasure or an item of significant importance, they will put your find up there and all the history about it. And it's a great little website. It's a bit long-winded, but
I'm having to go all the way to the top here because I'm being told off by my daughter unless he didn't put it in the chart. He said after the second picture it was a seal.
Who said
Well, it's
that?
not on there. If you not wrote it, I can't see it, so it's not there.
Luckily, there wasn't money
And,
to be.
he's never been metal detected in his life.
Really?
I've never found a matrix seal or any sort of thing.
I've cordially invited him, my daughter's new boyfriend, well, newish, to accompany me to the RCM as a stall assistant.
Oh, well, I like that then.
Daughter, I'm going to break him like a horse.
Yeah, next minute he'll have a detector on him.
Dawn, I've got a story about seal matrices. And when I had when the Deus 2 first came out, what's he
Adrian, Gareth Howard said I was looking at a double head spread eagle in my mum's loft last week.
Fiesta. I did put a picture of. So keep talking between yourselves, because.
So Dawn has been detected recently, then.
Well, I'll tell you, I've got a new field, and it's not a very big field at the minute, but it's a foot in a new area, if you know what I mean. When you get a new area and you get your foot in, and then the neighbours say, "Let's see what you're doing," and think that you can come on our field. Then hopefully that's what's going to happen. So I'm really excited about this. It's not a big field, but it's in an area it could pull up Bronze Age stuff quite easily. I think it'll be the usual Bronze Age or back to like George III's. Yeah. But I might even go in the morning.
I'm mega excited. I'm going out on Sunday with Shane and Steve and Ricardo up to north of Lancaster with the Ministry of Detect. And
I was looking at that on Sunday.
I can't speak about it for obvious reasons, but you want to see the site. If something of consequence isn't found, I will be flabbergasted. It's, as the crow flies, 2 miles away from a very well-known hoard.
Right.
But the site itself is like...
I was thinking of that, but I've just come back from Norfolk. Last weekend I went to Norfolk, and it was a 6-hour drive.
Well, it's only north of Lancaster. Surely it's only about an hour and 20 minutes from you.
Sorry.
Also, but how much is it? Is it a day one? Is it a weekender?
No, it's just a day.
Oh, right. Oh, well, I might see what the weather's like on Sunday then, because I like a good potential, especially with this new, idea that I'm going to find a hoard that I've got in my head, which I'm absolutely convinced, It's going to be a great year this year. Don't know what's going to happen or anything.
I think
it's going to be great.
And you might not believe this, but we went detecting on New Year's Eve, and I found Spank the monkey. And ever since I found Spank the monkey, I've just had not just luck detecting, but luck generally. That's why he's my mascot. It's very, very odd.
You just can tell with it. It's like when I found that hammered coin and he had all that bad luck. Put it back. I've been fine since then, since I put it back.
Sorry, going back to fob seals. I was looking for something a couple of years ago or a year ago when the Deus 2 came out. I was field testing it for Treasure Hunting magazine, and my mate James, who comes with me, he goes, "Can I have a go? Can I have a go?" Like a kid. And I went, "Yeah, sure you can, mate." He walked about 4 foot away from me, and he went, "Is this a good target? Is this good? Is this good?" And he got this.
Oh,
wow.
Wow.
That's a Georgian fob seal, isn't it?
Yeah, gold.
Yeah, it says on the bottom. Gold.
Gold as well.
Yeah. So it just goes to show they're out there, and that was on a new. Well, it's about a year ago, or whenever the Dice 2 came out, 2 years ago, and he pulled that up, and I was like, and we told the farmer, and he just went, "Yeah, just keep it."
Did he?
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. I think it's probably worth, like, I don't know. It's a lovely thing to have on display, but
Lady Donna says that's a talisman spank, and that's what I think. And also, she says her best field is getting hooked.
Oh no, that's awful. Oh, Donna feels so sweet.
Donna will come down, and we will hide, and we'll get them for you, and give them dead legs.
Yeah.
Oh my God, 100%.
And Chinese burn.
And Chinese burn. Now we know
on their neck. On their neck.
It's horrible when someone does that.
I've had it. It's not a lot you can do really, but unless you get there at like 2 o'clock in the morning and sit there with a mag light shining it on them. But I must admit,
I tell you what, I bet you Steve Newman's lands have never been bloody hawked.
No.
Times A, because he's him, and B, because the times he detects.
Yeah, he detects at night, which I think this year I'm going to do more.
Have you heard about Steve's metal detecting at night theory, Dawn?
No.
Everybody would mock it until he actually explained it to you, and then we were like, that makes sense. And you yourself...
He does on the beach a lot, doesn't he? He does a lot of beach detecting, doesn't he?
You yourself will appreciate it from a spiritually type thing place. Because of the moon and magnetic frequencies and such like, at the night time with the moon being out is a better conductor, Steve thinks. And he finds most of his awesome finds at night.
Oh, well, it's a theory, isn't it?
Yeah. Same as after a thunderstorm. If you've got a big thunderstorm, there's electricity in the ground. But Steve's thing is the gravitational pull on the Earth on a full moon.
It's probably got. I wouldn't dismiss that as being not right. You know, I definitely believe it.
Well, I think everybody should try it as well, and obviously see how it goes. Tell a landowner that they're going to be there. Obviously,
too scared me to be out in the dark. Even with the thought of finding a gold. Imagine, because some of these places are just remote, aren't they? And you've just got to be in the field in the dark on your own. Oh no!
I love it when Gareth Howard's on form. Best way to deal with night hawkers is to walk past them with your dog and say, "Wow, metal detecting! You found much?"
Have you ever found gold?
I've missed you, Gareth.
Yeah, Gareth. Yeah.
Oh gosh. That's all. You always get the walking family stopping at the gate, don't they, just looking at you. I always end up giving all the kids me coins that I've found. You know, because they're all so happy when you found a nice few coins and that. And they'll go, "Have you found anything?" And I'll say, "Well, got this one here." And they go, "Oh," and I go, "Do you want it?"
Yeah, I just pretend I can't hear them because my earphones are on.
I just end up giving them my finds away like a sado.
I don't mind talking to the odd person, but when you get ramblers, like 20 or 30 people, and one, they'll walk past like 5, and then you get to the 10th one, and they're like, "Hello," and you're like, "Oh, hello. Have you found anything?" Not much. "Have you ever found treasure?" "Oh, I found a few things." "Oh, have you ever found gold?" And then suddenly they're like flies on shit. They all swarm round you, and they all like interested. "Oh, so how much is it worth?" "Well," and you get the odd one who says, "Oh, I bet it's a nice hobby, isn't it?" And you look at them and you go, "Yeah, I'll talk to you." But you do. I go detecting to get away from people. I genuinely, not that I don't like people, but
I think
for me,
you told me that you hate people, Adrian.
And I think that's what's great about your video, Storm, because you go out there detecting, but you record it for those who want to detect, or can't detect, and I reckon I'd love to. You can't measure it, but how many people take up the hobby from watching a YouTuber like yourself, I reckon it's
I think over the years I've had a lot of people say that I've inspired them to buy a metal detector which makes me really honoured, honestly.
Yeah,
I think that I've inspired somebody else to do our marvellous hobby, because it's wonderful, isn't it?
It is. And I don't like saying how good it is because it makes it more complicated, but it is a great hobby. And
Jason Hill, a Dark Knight detectorist, who seen his call a Dark Knight detectorist. I thought that's all he'd done was night detecting. He's put, I can feel a night video coming on. Think I'll try a family-friendly field first. I don't fancy a double barrel pushed up my nose. Do it. Do a video and let us know what goes on, Jay. See if you've got if there's any differences, because as somebody else mentioned a little bit further up the page, as well as obviously whatever's going on in geophysics and
I'm going to...
You probably are. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Tony Gregory said the best question I was asked on a beach detecting was, "Are you looking for cockles?" Yes, metal ones.
What? Not oysters or shrimps. Cockles. I mean, how many?
Must have been a cockney then, mustn't he? Must have been a cockney from
cockle.
One of them cockneys from Essex, if they were looking for cockles.
A cockney, yeah.
My nan used to boil them up, and we used to eat them when I was about 11.
Gareth Howard said he took up metal detecting because of yourself and Aaron Weedle, both your channels. That's why he started. Thanks, Gareth. Thanks, mate.
Oh, thanks, Gareth. Yeah.
Adrian, we're not using his mum's loft again.
No. We won't tell Dawn about that.
No. What loft?
Dawn's been in the loft.
Oh, yes, she has. Oh, not with Tony Kaywood, though. That was
No. Nobody's going to loft with Tony Kaywood.
Andrew T in Canada.
He's falling over video. It makes me laugh, that still. That's one of them videos that I just laugh every time I see it. Have you got
it? You do. I'll wet myself. The way he gets up and he looks as if someone's punched him. He's like...
The other one's good as well, Dom. We've got the opposite one.
That's not as good as he's falling. It is a pretty good video.
That's the same video, but in reverse.
I'll tell you what video proper made me laugh on Facebook when it came out. It's an old one. Do you remember when that man was in court and his daughter had put a cat filter on his thing?
Yeah.
He was going, "I'm not a cat." I tell you what, I was crying at that every time I saw it. Every single time I saw that.
The one that's had me the past couple of weeks, I've never seen it before, but apparently it's dead famous. There's a bear and a little girl, and she's going, "Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? No. Can I pet that dog?" Oh, I've been howling. In fact, we've all been saying it at work. We've also got the Tony Kaywood being chased by wasps very slowly. And have you seen the one where Shane falls over and breaks his wrist?
No.
Yeah, that's really good.
He actually broke his wrist.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah. Oh, did he break his wrist then?
Yeah, he's in plaster for weeks when he does.
I've got to do it. I've got to put the. I've got to put the Tony Kaywood.
I went
Tony Kaywood being chased by wasps.
Not sure why I filmed this. I should have ran from the start. Hull full of wasps, and that's me sprinting down the hill. And here's one of the psychotic little beasties attacking me again. Ended up with 5 or 6 wasp stings for my trouble.
The speed of that sprint, it was just...
It's fast runner.
It was the most chilled out scare that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, there's a man coming after me.
I've also got here Adrian and Mystic Fodder, which is a little bit long. Oh, I've got Drunken Me on the Bull as well at the rodeo.
Who did?
Me,
Don't
don't
put-
me on the road.
Not me and fodder, because I swear to you.
Hey!
Give up, mate.
You didn't pay for that, did you? Yeah. Oh, what a waste of money.
And I was very, very drunk.
You were
excuses.
pineapple rum, that was.
That was
Dawn,
That's the original
just-
pineapple rum.
What?
just quickly, we got Anita6687 in the chat, and
Yeah.
I think this works well. Hi, could you recommend a very lightweight detector, as she has, or they have, spinal issues? Hope you don't mind me asking.
Well,
And I know
would
a Garrett that will do
say
fit
the
the bill.
Apex is ideal. It's not that much heavier than a Daesh, you know, if you weigh it, and it's got the small coil on. It's very, very light. I mean, that's one of the reasons. I mean, I will always use my AT Max, but if you noticed, I would say for the past 4 or 5 months, I've swapped over to the Apex, and I just keep finding with it. But I've got used to it being light and all the different settings it's got in there. You know, like you can go through and change your frequency, you can change this, you can change that. And when I go back to my AT Max, I find myself going and finding the settings are not there for me to change. You know, like. Yeah, I've just got used to the Apex. I really like it.
And then, of
It's
course, Dawn.
And it's very light as well. So if you have got a bad back or you struggle to lift anything for any reason, yeah, I would say the Apex as well, because it's a good starter machine. It's easy to use. You know, it's lightweight. It's full of all the modern things. I know everybody says, Garrett, got no that many tech. But the Apex has got it all, actually. You know, like it's got multi-frequency, it's got multi-sound. It's got all the wireless technology that you didn't know about, Adrian.
Good on the beach.
And
It's
when we're
not
talking
just
about
good on the
lightweight,
beach.
Dawn,
Excellent on the beach.
when we're talking lightweight, we go straight to McGrafter with lightweight, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I've got a McGrafter spade, haven't I? I use the McGrafter spade.
Which
And,
is the lightest
thought-
thing. And
Yeah, well, it's got a
use
carbon
it as a
fibre.
walking stick, in effect.
Yeah, it's got a carbon fibre stem, and the one he made for me has got 3 parts, so I can take the actual spade bit off, and then I can take the handle off, so it's into 3 bits, and I can fit it in my case then if I'm going anywhere. And when I got it, I originally thought with the McGrafter one that I would just use it for travelling, you know, because I went to America once and ended up with a little back-breaking spade, and it was horrible. So I thought after that, I want to make sure I've got a long spade with me all the time. And I did think that the McGrafter one was just going to be, you know, just an extra. And I've used it now ever since. And it's gone through all sorts of weather. It's gone through hard ground, soft ground.
Donna Martin's got one as well, and she can't speak more highly of it.
No, I can't. I love it.
They're not cheap, but they're good.
She hasn't done it, still here.
Oh, does she not got it?
Not yet, no.
You
Still
stole
here.
it off her.
No, it was a prize, but I've not sent them out still.
Oh, Donna, I wouldn't have that. Right, you need to send Donna some extra now for interest.
I will. I will definitely sort Donna out.
Have you seen this? Well, I bought this little curtain. It's like silvery, right? But I know it looks a bit rubbish now. But I thought, well, it just covers up the door a bit, you know, like.
Should have got a green
Then
one.
when I
You got
say
into
it
the
now,
green
I feel
screen.
like I can be one of them photo booths. You know,
There's
it's got a
someone-
photo booth curtain.
Someone at the door. Deliveroo. There is a man there.
There
Got a
is.
balaclava on.
Behind you.
He got a balaclava. Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
Oh,
He's gone. He's back again. He's back again. Oh,
The
dear.
idea of that was, you see, a little bit of just to cover up the window to keep a bit of warmth in. You see, that was the idea.
If you
Yeah.
got a green one, you'd have had a green screen.
Well, I've got a.
Everyone's going. What's happening now? There it is.
Green skin.
I've just put that up. If you could.
Well, I didn't put it behind me here. I put it right at the back. Put my Digger Dawn logo on, and it worked. I was well chuffed.
Hiya,
Honestly. I
Badger.
can't tell you how happy I was. But then I thought, I wonder if it'll work when I go on Dave's show. But you know, because you have one. But
Why don't you make it into a poncho and then do it when you're on live?
because then I'd
That's
just look
funny.
like a head. I'd just be a scary head, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Floating around
I
going, ooh.
Oh,
I can do
Adrian,
that.
I watched actually a thing.
Somebody in work, I've got to tell you this story. And they're that thick, God damn it, I'll say it, that I said to him the other day, you got your earplugs in the wrong ears. Have I? And they changed their earplugs into the other ears.
Yeah, that's something I do. Yeah.
Uh,
I just blink anything, me. But what I watched this technique of this man doing stuff with green screen. And what he did, he had a green screen up, and then he wrapped his hand in green. And then he was doing that with a knife, and it looked like he chopped his arm off.
yeah, we don't let people. I'm glad you're not doing it because we're not allowed people on the show with knives.
Especially in sheds with makeup on. That's a show that was a few years ago, wasn't it, Dave? I think that got taken down.
Well, that's the only ever deleted show.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it
And
that
the guest will never be invited back on the show.
No, he entered the show with
Friend of yours as well, Dawn.
It's what?
Friend of yours.
Friend of mine.
I think he was having a few problems.
I'll text you later, Dawn.
Yeah. But yeah. So Dawn, what's the plans for this year? What's the plans for this year? What are your targets this year apart from finding a hoard?
Well, and 2 gold coins and having a fantastic year. Probably having my own T-shirt show by December. That's how great it's going to be. It's going to be fantastic.
I take it you'll be going to Holland again.
I'm not sure yet.
Are you going on any travels this year?
At the minute in time, I haven't got any long distance travel in my sights, but I mean that can all change. You know, if something comes up, then I think, oh. But I do enjoy going to Holland. Holland's my favourite place, just because I've got a lot of friends there as well. You know, Yayas and all the Dutch Garrett Storm and stuff like that.
As you said before, you like the herbs in Holland as well.
Well, yeah, only on Schrobela herbs. Anyway, no, we were right on the border near Germany anyway. In fact, we went over to Germany because we went to Quistra a couple of times.
Big company, massive, aren't they, in Europe?
Yeah, huge. Yeah, really big. I think probably one of the biggest. And we were speaking to Leo, you know, because he was the guy that started Quistra. I know Karen and the daughter sort of run it now, but Leo was there as well. And in fact, Leo, we had a competition. Did you see the video when we had a competition and it was all of us and we had a competition? And it was like, what was the best relic and what was the best coin? And I found a big silver back of a watch fob. I thought, oh God, John definitely won with this. You know, like, you know, when you get a pocket watch and then it's all engraved and stuff on it. It was one of those. And I thought, God, I must have won with that. So we're like that with our relics. And Leo had to pick. And he picked this, like, it just looked like a bit of a rubbish back tamper to me. And he says, this one is winning. I went, are you mad?
So Dawn's now banned from Holland.
Do you know who I am? Digger Dawn. Yes.
It was a really good find, though, the silver thing. I did really think it was a winner, but it wasn't.
Those who are watching tonight for the first time or don't know who Dawn is, just scan this QR code on your phone.
Oh, I forgot my own QR. I was going to ask about that. Where did you get that from?
So scan this with your phone.
Adrian was part of the team that initially created the QR code, so he's got the technology still.
Is that true?
So if you scan that, that will take the Dawn's YouTube channel.
Tell Dawn about you and the team creating the QR codes, the technology behind it.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was back in 1992. Me and Quintin and Ray, hence the word QR, decided that barcodes are good, but they can't hold enough information. So we created a code called QR, Quintin and Ray, because they're technological geniuses. And it just seems to have grown, really. We don't make any money out of it. Yeah. We don't make any money out of it, and like car manufacturers and everything's using it now. I think it was 89 we developed it.
How can you not make any money from inventing a QR code?
Well, it's a bit. It's a bit like JPEG format. So you save an image as a JPEG.
Yeah.
That stands for Joint Photographic Experts Group.
Dave's laughing now. Are you just doing it to me?
No, I've just read somebody's comment. It's at the bottom of the screen.
Wish I could post it anyway, why do I believe everything? I knew you were lying.
Quintin and Ray.
I was true about JPEG though. Joint Photographic Expert. Google how JPEG came about because it's interesting.
No, I don't want to.
No one's made any money out of that. They worked for Kodak, and it was a couple of blokes who worked for Kodak who developed that. But
how did you manage to get me that code though? Because I don't know anything technical like that.
Well, Adrian could just email you that over.
Yeah, can you email me that, my own code?
I'll tell you how to do it, Dawn. Message me, I'll tell you how to do it.
Two things, a green screen and a code in the same day.
Yeah, and Adrian,
Gareth Howard says, you're a very innovative bloke. Not many people know that Adrian opened the very first Toys R Us in South Africa.
Yes. I did. How's he doing? Yeah. That's what made me my first. Well, we didn't make millions, but we made quite a bit of money out of that one. Well done, Gareth. It's good. It's all on Wikipedia. Google me. It's all there.
I'm going to do a Wikipedia page for you with all this in.
It just flows off his tongue, doesn't it? That's not. I mean, Arnett could tell then that was not correct information by you laughing, Dave.
I know. I only started laughing because I read that by Ange.
I could have sold
expert at bullshitting that it's like untrue.
I could have sold.
It's a good double act now. I actually give him the bullets, and he goes with the bullets now.
Yeah, I'm just like that target that just goes, hit me.
Adrian,
I worked in sport. I worked in a sport office with a load of like rugby people and football people. You know what they're like. And they used to put a fishing rod over my desk, like to say like they were going to wind me up. And then I'd look up and there'd be like an hook there ready, and they'd all be going for it like what you do. And there's me in the middle, like, oh yeah, do you? You think I'd learn, wouldn't you? But I don't.
No, that's because you're a good person, Dawn.
Because I'm too trusting.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
Well, listen, it's time to go to bed.
Oh, good.
Now. It's time for Adrian to actually probably start working on websites and newsletters and stuff, knowing Adrian, and QR code management.
Yeah, Quincy and rinsing.
Dawn, it's been an absolute pleasure as ever. Thank you for coming on at not so much short notice, but in your world it was short notice because
it was this morning and they got up. Sorry, it went to work. Which was
she got up and started complaining that she was tired, and I'd been up in work for about 3 hours.
It was about 7:30, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was mid-afternoon, that I think.
I don't know.
Anyway,
right.
Thank you very much for having me on.
It's always a pleasure to have you, Dawn.
I've not seen you both for ages, have I?
And we'll obviously, in the very, very near future, you'll be coming on the show as a co-host with either one of us who's not here that week. So without further ado, as ever, we will bid you adieu. We look forward to Sting's retirement, not the police singer, this weekend. And we will see you all next week. If you want to be a guest on the show, give me a shout because I haven't lined anyone up. What?
Hi, everybody.
Oh, what? Dawn was
just looking at the comments, and I want to say bye to Michael Jarvis because he said bye.
Bye, Michael Jarvis.
Bye, Gareth Howard.
Bye, have a good week, everyone. Stay in school. Don't do drugs.
Bye, Dawn.
Bye.
Bye, David.
Bye.